What makes Dundas BI different from every other business intelligence vendor out there? This is a question that we receive all the time, and end of the day, everybody is building dashboards. So if you're looking at it at that level, it's easy to assume that all of these tools are similar. I assure you, Dundas BI is very much different. Let's look at some of the features that generally set Dundas BI aside from other business intelligence vendors. Depending on who you're comparing us against, some of these may not apply, and it is a constantly changing landscape, but this should give you a nice starting point. It's a huge list, so let's get right into it. Oh, and I'm Jeff, and this is Off the Charts with Jeff. Let's start by giving you the scope of just how large Dundas BI really is. This diagram shows a simplified view of the major pillars within the tool. For most business intelligence vendors, their focus is just on the dashboard piece. So the difference between them is simply that, this piece versus the rest of the diagram. The thing is, this diagram is a gross oversimplification of everything within Dundas BI, and it's a way for us to simply introduce people to what's available at the high level. Dundas BI actually looks a lot more like this. It's a massive tool, absolutely chopped full of functionality. And you get everything. If you don't need it all right now, that's fine. At least you have the peace of mind to know that this tool is going to grow as your needs grow in the future. Let's go through some major features that Dundas BI has that others tend to lack. Here's a vast map which I found, which I believe is a suitable metaphor for the landscape of potential in BI tools like Dundas BI. Now let's add our features. Perfect. By the way, these are in no order whatsoever as I go through these, to rank them as everybody has different needs. As I mentioned before, everyone talks about dashboards, and Dundas BI certainly excels at dashboards. But there are also different ways that you can view data that's not a traditional dashboard. The first are what we call paginated reports, which are long-form data displays. These are what people typically think about when you use the word reporting. They're long, printable data dumps of information. The neat thing about reporting in Dundas BI is that you can also incorporate all of the graphics that you would available through a dashboard in these long-form reports. So it gives you a ton more potential than simply text-based dumps. The next is a cousin to reports, the scorecard. Scorecards allow you to build custom blocks of visualizations that automatically repeat based on the data that's available. These are neat because you can contain anything you want to show and can even be embedded within a dashboard. Imagine trying to build something like this visualization without a scorecard. The scrolling and the constant size changing depending on the amount of elements you have would pose a huge problem if it was built as a static object. This is why scorecards are great, because they will change size automatically based on the data that you have. If scorecards are a cousin to reports, small multiples are, also a cousin, maybe a younger cousin. Small multiples are insanely powerful visualization tools that are similar to scorecards. You can create a base visualization and have it repeat in multiple directions depending on how you want to display it. It's really useful if you want to compare multiple series at the same time. You can't realistically stuff too many series into a chart and still read it. So small multiples is a really nice way to spread out the data and see everything. Also, check out this sweet hotel listing visualization that I created with it. It's not your typical dashboard or report, but you can build interesting visualizations like this. You can do anything. Now, layout modes, probably not something you're even thinking about at this point, but it's important. Dundas BI allows for multiple layout options when it comes to building dashboards. You can build pixel-perfect dashboards when you want them to basically retain the design and size that you provided for your users. There's scale options, which are great for larger devices like televisions where you want to blow it up. And there's responsive design, which is great if you want to present mobile dashboards that have content move around based on the size of the device. On-the-fly user analysis, another often overlooked concept, is this idea of comparing contextual information on a dashboard and the ability for your end users to adjust things in real time as they see fit. Did you know that most business intelligence vendors ask you to change your source data if you want to do something that we consider simple, like period over period comparison? Dundas BI can do this on the fly with any data source and no work. And this isn't the only type of dynamic comparison that's available, so certainly check it out. The biggest problem with any BI project is always data. And to combat this massive problem that everybody has, Dundas BI provides a data preparation layer, which will allow you to join together multiple data sources, even coming from different places. You can massage your data and transform that data if it needs a little bit of work, or even warehouse it if you want to add performance. The advantages to this are much more than I can really give you in a quick footnote like I'm doing here, but having this layer is a must-have for successful BI. Now, having the ability to warehouse data is really useful, but what if your data is warehoused because your BI tool only supports a proprietary data engine? That's a problem. Dundas BI treats warehousing as something that you can opt in or turn on and off when you use it. The rest of the time, you're actually looking at data in real time with no limits to the number of data refreshes. Yeah, that's a thing. You do need to watch out for a lot of BI tools that are going to charge you for the amount of times you can refresh your data in a single day. Data input is another feature that exists in Dundas BI that is seldom seen anywhere else. Now, just to be clear, we're not writing back to your source data, but Dundas BI does allow you to write back to the warehouse database and essentially create your own mini applications with this, or store information like context written directly from the dashboard from your users. So you can give them the ability to store simple things, maybe inputted by your leadership. It's open-ended and it's extremely useful. Dundas BI also provides out-of-the-box support for different kinds of notifications, as your users are probably not just sitting there staring at the dashboard the whole time, waiting for something to happen. Data-driven notifications can alert you when your data meets certain conditions, like did it drop 10% on the year? If you're trying to build a culture of data in your organization, scheduled notifications can be a really good way to build this behavior too. How about you schedule the email delivery of your dashboards to be, right before the meeting so that we have that information and we've looked at it. Now, when it comes to viewing dashboards, there's a lot of interactivity available that you can add. You can drill up and down on the data, you can expand and collapse specific groups, you can group data on the fly, or you can even change the chart type as you're looking at it. There's a ton of ways that you can interact with what you're seeing without even doing what I would consider edit mode. Developers using Dundas BI have nearly unlimited customization of both Dundas BI, the application, and the content that they create, due to Dundas BI being one of the only BI platforms that has a built-in API from the ground up. So as you've seen, Dundas BI offers a pretty large world of functionality. And while other BI ecosystems can boast a significant number of features, sometimes they're the result of a parent company purchasing other tools and basically providing you all these other things as one. With Dundas BI, you're looking at a single application. No bolt-ons, no different tools to learn. It's one UI and it makes it simple. There's no such thing as a light or professional version either, so you really do get everything right away. Now, when it comes to deployment options, you can put Dundas BI wherever you want with no consequence. Got the cloud? Sure. You got security concerns and you want to stick this on-premise behind a firewall? No problem. Everything in Dundas BI is also web-based, so there's no tools that you need to install to view content, create content, or even administrate Dundas BI. This is an IT dream, as the only thing you need to worry about is installing and maintaining a server. Dundas BI also offers a robust number of data visualization controls. You have more visualizations here than you could ever need, including some very interesting diagram controls that are not often seen in the BI space. Now, this next point isn't so much a feature, but it's a different way that we do business. For most business intelligence vendors, you get forums where users can come in and help you with an issue that you might have. With Dundas BI, we do have a user forum, but you also have direct one-on-one support, which is there for you not only when you encounter a critical software issue, but also to help and be invested in your project. We even take support one step further and assign you what we call a customer success representative, who's responsible to make sure that you get up and running. In short, we're investing in your success. Now, another big one is simply cost. Let's say you have 1,000 people who might benefit from trying to view dashboards and the reports that you create from time to time. Usually this means that you need to buy 1,000 licenses for all of these people, and this can add up very quickly. The reality is that budgets are often limited, and people will make cuts basically to these more casual users. Dundas BI allows you to have concurrent users. So in the case of those 1,000, if you had 80% of those users who are fairly casual, but still would benefit from a little bit of BI, you don't need to make the choice whether or not to buy them a license. You can get them a shared concurrent license and still let them in. This can significantly take zeros off of your cost. Now, I hope from all of this you can see that Dundas BI is quite a bit different from other BI vendors on the market. It's a fantastic platform, and it's so loaded with functionality that it can basically handle any problem you want to throw at it. If you want to learn more, I'd recommend checking out a video that we did on the legendary APIs of Dundas BI. This will show you how Dundas BI is indeed built differently. And that's all for now. Thanks for watching.